Oh, snap. What's going on, folks? My name is Hal Rudnick. This is the Your Pal Hal Show. Raymond in New Jersey is in the house. Good to see you, Raymond. Hello to you. Four in Minnesota. Give my regards to five. And three. Damien in Maryland. Folks, thank you for joining us. You know what? We're getting down to the end here, folks. Raymond, were you aware of this? Backchannel will cease programming after tomorrow. But the Your Pal Hal Show will continue on Twitch. That's right. That's right, folks. Twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. You can come for all of the hijinks, the shenanigans, the goofs, the gags, the buffoonery, the tomfoolery, the jackassery, the puff passery. What? Oh my goodness. Yes, as Grass Puddle says, you know what? They're gonna take my muzzle off. Just like we took our muzzles off after Fauci's lies. We got done digesting that. We took our face diapers off. I kid. But yeah, I listen. As my friend Grass Puddle says, let's just say there might be I might drop a cuss. On the Twitch. Andy McLean in the house. What up, Baron Davis Goat? Appreciate you being here. Grass Puddle, good man. Kyle Harlow saying, Hal's mom getting early Oscar buzz. If you missed it yesterday, whoo-wee! Batman and the Joker made an appearance on the show. The Joker was portrayed by my mother, Deborah Rudnick. And her performance, I don't know what I was expecting, but she understood the assignment. She blew it out of the water. First off, like she went to the store. Let me pull back the curtain on the Joker performance that my mom did on this show yesterday. She went to the store and bought some white clown face paint. She did the rest with like lipstick and whatever. So the makeup on point. But then that costume, that hat cocked to the side, that like weird, like shiny paisley blazer she was wearing, like restaurant quality. Joker. But then the costume was exceeded by the performance. Unhinged. Committed. Seamless. Not one hitch in her giddy up. Baron Davis Goat. Don't tell tales out of school. All right? Baron Davis Goat. I wouldn't want the Joker to have to send some henchmen down to Texas. All right? Snitches get stitches. And you know the Joker likes to dole out stitches. The clown painting in the background. Yes! Kyle Harlow. She went supernova. She went supernova! Check the news to see if any wealthy socialite became an orphan last night. Pretty damn fun. Oh my goodness. I asked producer Travis to snip clip that out for me so I can just upload that to my YouTube channel, because that thing needs to live on in perpetuity. And guess what, y'all? We're going to keep having that kind of fun on my Twitch channel. That's right. I'm just enjoying things too much, and I appreciate the cool gang of folks we have here. And let's just keep building and doing. Let's just keep doing it where people can find us on Twitch. I appreciate the opportunity I've been given by the folks at Backchannel here to have this kind of fun, to do whatever we want to do something as crazy and silly as have my mom dress up like the Joker. So please come on down. Follow us over to twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. It's 11:11. Make a wish. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Travis, come on in here. Make a wish. Producer Travis, everybody. Okay, I made my wish. Travis, thank you for coughing right into the microphone. How you feeling, by the way?
Well, better than that sounds.
Okay.
I think we're rocking a cold, a minor cold.
Right. And you went out to a concert last night?
That I did.
So you might have COVID, but you decided to just go and spread the love, huh?
Look, I was masked the entire time. I kept to myself at the back of the room, but I paid good money for this show, and I also paid good money to see it in Los Angeles before my grandpa's birthday party was scheduled. I paid for the show twice.
Okay, listen, some people have COVID symptoms, they stay home. Some people have COVID symptoms, I
don't have
go to a sea of people.
I taste and smell everything exactly as it was. I got a little cold.
That's not the only symptom.
But it's the main one. It's the main one.
No, it's not. Yeah, I mean that's one symptom.
Look, I made my choices. It's done. It's over now. I'm back. I had a great time. And nobody can.
Yeah, who needs a PCR test? I taste and smell.
Look, I tried to get one. Excuse me, at the 7-Eleven on my way out there, and there wasn't a test there. So, I had to make a judgment call, and I made one. Was it a poor judgment call?
Bad call, dog.
Maybe. Hey, you know what? I've been a very good boy. This whole time.
No, not anymore.
Yep, I had I was a little bad. I was a little bad. I was a little bad.
Holy heck. Oh, Stacy's in the house.
Look, there was no grandmothers at that show. There was so many Gen Z kids. I felt so old.
I went out to a show last night.
Did you?
That I performed in. I did a comedy show. I did some live comedy last night, and it was fun. It was at Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank.
Nice.
It was part of a show called Pop Cultured, hosted by Jimmy Pardo and some great comedians in it. Paul F. Tompkins.
Huge.
Oh, Grass Puddle. You watched the live stream of that show?
Fantastic.
Amazing. It was fun. I played myself and Paul F. Tompkins, Blaine Capatch, Kimberly Clark. Wow. Usually I do have it, but yeah, that one, I just, I didn't know too much about it, and, so Grass Puddle, you saw that show at Flappers last night. Grass Puddle, that is,
wow.
You're a mensch. Oh, I appreciate you. It
I
was
have
a
a
long show. It was a long show. But me and my pal Brendan Walsh, we did our two characters. He created this gossip hound character, Renee Fabergé, and oh yeah, you saw my mic die. Yeah, and then I just unplugged it and went out to the audience and pretended it was live, and we made it work. I had a lot of fun doing crowd work. So Renee and Dave Fabergé. I'm Dave Fabergé,
oh,
and
that's
like we're
wonderful.
just these butt kissing celebrity gossip hounds. We love celebrities. We stan every celebrity. Oh, we stan the Kardashians. Oh, we stan. You know what? The trial was hard because we stan Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Yeah,
I have a question for you.
yeah.
As things have gotten, a little more
Dystopian.
public, dystopian,
Oh,
but as shows have come back, comedies come back, it seems to me, though I moved here in 2017 at like the peak of like the comedy as we knew it as a capitalist institution bubble. Does it feel to you now doing these performances
yeah.
like there's a bit of a after the asteroid, we're doing shows at Flappers, we're doing improv at the Silver Lake Lounge, we're doing real ground level, real salt of the earth comedy as opposed to, maybe what it may have felt like before. Does it feel different now? Does it feel any
There's a
more?
little bit more appreciation.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. The fact that we're back, the fact that we're alive, it like last like I savored it more.
Yeah.
I and I and it felt really good just being up there and being loud and interacting with people. Yeah, there is like we've crawled out of our collective holes to take that stage again. By the way, don't tell anyone your wish, whatever you wished for. Just got to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, Simon checked out a little Dave Fabergé quoting our this latest video, talking about iced tea and cocoa.
Wow.
And they got some flack for pushing their 6-year-old in a stroller. And I hit the streets and asked people what they thought. S. Friedman, okay, right out of the gate. I don't even want to read it, but it's already out in the universe. If you tell anyone your wish, whether it's wishing on a star, on birthday candles, or a wishing well, or 1111, if you tell someone your wish is null and void. So here's a null and void wish from S. Friedman. I appreciate him including me in his thoughts. Like that's generous. Right, like, so I can't be too mad, but now it's not going to come true. S. Friedman wished that Hal's Batman character from yesterday makes it into Justice League 2. I mean, that would have been a blessing, a true blessing. I don't want to neglect my friend Stacy down in Texas. Stacy, this is for you. Rise and shine. Good to see you, Stacy. Earlier, Stacy was going in on some chicken sandwiches, some sour cream and onion chips. Yeah, baby. Love some sour cream and onion chips. Heck yeah, Stacy, you're doing it right. Raymond, I hope you follow us. I hope you come to follow us on twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. That's where the fun is going to be happening come next week. Next Monday, June 6th. We will start it off. We'll get this fired up, baby. And we'll see what's what. We'll see what's what. Travis, things are good. Anything else to share besides you going and being the Johnny Appleseed of COVID?
Look. Outside of that, no, not much. It was a fantastic show. One of the more unique live sets I've seen in terms of energy.
Who is it? What band? What name the band that I've never heard of?
Artist called Dijon.
Oh no,
As in,
I'm a fan of their mustard. I'm a fan of their
yes,
mustard.
right, correct. Yeah, really interesting stage setup. Really welcoming vibe. Felt like you were kind of in a living room, even though it was the Fillmore. And one of those artists where I couldn't tell what sound was coming from who. It was really cool. It was well
That was
worth.
probably the congestion in your head from your COVID.
Right. Yeah. Well, if that be that as may, it was well worth the potential, public health hazard that I imposed on everybody. And other than that, it was nice to be in San Francisco again. I haven't been back in like, 4 years, and even then I was just passing through. But it was cool. It's like, oh, it's neat. It's still here. It is the same, but also different. It's newer, taller, looks a little more Blade Runner-y. And
Do you feel that way? You were talking about the comedy shows. Is that how you feel going to live music?
in a sense, yeah. I think the difference being that I feel for the comedy community more because so many of the buildings I feel like went away for good. And
Yeah, UCB Sunset.
used to be Sunset, the other UCB, we'll see about that.
Oh no,
And
the other UCB will be opening back up
that's exciting.
in the fall.
Oh, right, because they did the whole purchasey, yeah. Whereas live music, like touring acts, just bring money, and those big venues are still there. Like some went away, but by and large. But yeah, there is. I certainly feel you on the joy of the shared experience. Last night, the crowd was. It was sold out. It was sold out, and everybody there. It was one of those crowd knows every word, just going with it, and it was really cool.
Very nice, very nice. You know who you sound like talking about live music?
Whomst.
You ever hear Jordan Peterson talk about live music on the Joe Rogan show? Yeah. Yeah. I was in a bar in Memphis, Tennessee, and there was a blues man on stage, and he played his blues guitar. The sound, it took me away. It took over my soul. Frickin'
right.
Canadian goose.
Looks like
Jordan
he
Peterson.
does. Yeah, you did make him sound like a goose. Well, looks like I better.
What an idiot! He had to go run and hide because he fat shamed some lovely woman on Twitter.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
He fat shamed a gorgeous Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Just happens to be plus sized.
She's also a musician. I found out she's like
Numi, whatever her name
pretty
is?
successful artist.
Wow.
Yeah,
very cool. She's a triple threat.
Yeah. She's a swimsuit model, she's a musician, and
Let me
she can
ask you this.
emasculate Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. You know what? Tell me if this is a fat shaming statement.
Sure.
I don't want to say it. I just want to ask it.
Okay.
Tell me if this crosses the line, because I need to get my because listen. Okay, I'm just gonna ask it. I'm building it up too much.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's only gonna get worse.
She's a beautiful woman and an eater.
That's that's the implication of that is unhealthy.
A bridge too far.
I think it's a bridge too far because
okay. I'll never say it. I'll never say it.
Yeah. Look,
I'll never say it.
Yeah. I think
I'll never say it. Did I go down a peg in your mind there, Travis?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right.
It was a question. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
But yeah.
Is it? Yeah. So yeah. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Yeah. Unless it's like a big guy, you can if you see a big guy, you can be like, that boy's an eater.
I refrain from corroborating.
All right. But music. Did you know? Are you familiar with the power of music to take you away on a magic carpet ride in your mind?
I've never heard that soundbite. Does he really talk about music? I mean, not like that.
Look it up.
That's so disappointing.
Yes.
It sucks.
Oh, he does. He talks about just the power. You don't have to be white, black, Asian, whatever.
He's
It's
getting
music,
more
just it takes your
Scottish by this minute.
soul.
What a
Oh yeah, if
piece
you
of
haven't
garbage.
seen it, look up Jordan Peterson
Yeah.
who's a bona fide schmuck.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
Like just a he's taking I don't have to explain it, but like when he went on when he went on Joe Rogan and he was wearing his tuxedo
Oh yeah, that's
and like, oh, my grand return.
to do a
And
podcast.
he was
just a
like,
piece of
he was talking about music like he was the first person to ever love music and have like a transcendent experience listening to music.
the worst. That's the
Listen.
worst. He sucks.
Yeah, like I've gotten high and gone to a concert before. I've been swept away by music.
Oh man. No, he's the first person to ever have fun.
I'm schmuck shaming.
Shaming.
In-house
Look, once you
plays
flee
Zaz.
to Russia to go into a medically induced coma to kick a ketamine addiction, there's no that's just shame. You just live
brother.
You should be ashamed forever.
Oh boy. Stacy says I need to be nice to Travis, and
I'm fine.
Raymond is saying, "What are we going to do tomorrow, last day?" You know what? I just want to have more of the fun. I just want to have more of the fun. I just want to, just more of this. I feel like, after at a certain point we started to find a flow to the show, and maybe I'll look to bring back like a character or two that we love. But listen, tomorrow's not an end. The show will continue in some way, shape, or form. Travis will be an occasional guest.
Yes.
/ producer from time to time. We're going to feel it out, but like like what you're seeing right here, this Paul Tutillo hopes to see some Travis on Twitch.
I'm going to be around.
Open door policy.
Appreciate
Policy.
that. I'm going to be
All right.
You can consider me more of a hands-off producer, but with license to put hands on.
Yeah,
when I
absolutely. Lucky to have you.
Gotta get a job.
S. Friedman House should do an interview with Michelle Rodriguez as a.
Not a.
S. Friedman, you're hurting my family. No, Simon. Mild dairy life taker. All right. What else? Anything else? You know what? I think that's about it. What do you say we dive into the Twitter sphere?
Absolutely.
Wade into the Twitterverse. The Hal Travis banter is always nice. It is. I'm just going to have to banter with myself when Travis isn't there.
You got plenty of people you can call to banter with. I'm just a foil. I'm a backboard.
Oh, look at Travis and Rob Schaefer there. Wait, go back to that. I want to see.
Oh,
what
that
you
was
guys
in our
were talking
timeline.
About. Nothing more height masculating than being tallish in an audience of talls. As a dude who's 5'9", I cannot relate. But one time, I catered a luncheon for 30 Italian grandmothers, the tallest of them being 4'11". I felt like a giant. It was great. Nice.
Yeah, that was last night in the crowd. I'm like around 6, and there's just like a bunch of 6'3" dudes come walking. I'm like, come on.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wade into the Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
Dive into the Twitterverse and see what's. If you want to play along at home, you can go to twitter.com. That's where you can go. Our national nightmare of gun violence continues. Tulsa. Did you hear about this? Have you heard about this? You read about this? I shouldn't do Jay Leno because this is some serious stuff. The guy who committed another mass shooting, and he had a handgun and an AR-15. Of course, he underwent back surgery 2 weeks ago, and he targeted a doctor he blamed for his pain after having the back surgery, and he killed 4 or 5 people and turned the gun on himself. Sickening. Yeah, what more can you say, right? It's just like it's maddening. It really is. It's just again and again and again. Well, I mean, it's our reality. And we've talked about this. The frickin' the the good guy with a gun is the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun. The bad guys are more heavily armed than the security guards and the cops. Oftentimes they're wearing Kevlar. Sometimes they've got frickin' tactical helmets. I mean, bruh. Thoughts and prayers. That ain't gonna cut it. What do they say? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and hoping for a different result. So, what do we enact the one door policy on every building? What's going to happen if there's a fire? S. Friedman says, in other countries they try to do a follow-up to fix the pain, but easy access to guns gets you this. Yeah, that's it, S. Friedman. So, my heart breaks. These are, and people in the medical profession being inundated for the past 2 years in a pandemic. COVID doesn't get you, but a maniac does. Yeah. SMH. In the Senate currently, they're talking about gun control. Susan Collins came out and said they might be on track for some bipartisan gun control. Let's take a look at that. Travis. Senator Susan Collins, who took part in the bipartisan gun talks this afternoon, said tonight, "We are making rapid progress toward a common sense package that could garner support from both Republicans and Democrats." Go back. No. Well, yeah. Collins lies about, Sackler contribution. Oh, yeah. Ooh. The Sacklers who feathered their nest whilst we were in the midst of an opioid epidemic. Susan Collins, the one who says a ton of good things and does the opposite when it's time to vote. Yeah, Grasspuddle's right. Absolutely. During the first impeachment of Donald Trump, she said, "Well, I think he learned his lesson." Then he went and did an insurrection. Good King Wenceslaus. If anyone trusts the Republicans are going to try to help solve the issue, I have a bridge I would like to sell them. Yep. Got a good point there, S. Friedman. This whole thing stinks. But yeah, like the more I think about it, red flag laws, age limit for AR-15, because like all these 18-year-olds, you know, high school. Listen, high school's tough. I am so glad that I am not matriculating through high school and having to live in the age of social media. I'm so glad I did not have to grow up. Can you imagine? Because I was bullied a little bit, in grade school. I didn't have a great time. I things got a little better in high school. And I was actually, I was elected student council president by basically my whole campaign was a comedy routine, and that was fun. But it didn't help me with. I was inept with. Didn't do very well with ladies till I got to college. Anyway, that's another story. But being around like social media, so it's with you 24/7 when you were that like sensitive in high school about being part of the cool group and cyberbullying, it's everything. Oh, can't imagine. Red flag laws raise the age limit to owning one of these long rifles. Can you ban these long rifles, these AR-15s? I don't know. High capacity magazines, get rid of them. S. Friedman says, I will share something personal. My wife and I decided against having kids because we see no hope for a good future. You know, I mean, I think you have a yin and a yang there, but does the climate crisis put a time limit on things? S. Friedman, I appreciate you sharing that, and I don't, yeah, I think that's valid. I think that's absolutely valid. I think the converse is valid as well. I think that's a very personal decision, but I appreciate you sharing that. Um, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I if I said I didn't have some of those thoughts in my own life as I have those conversations as Friedman with my wife. Okay, uh, appreciate you. I started becoming very afraid of firearms when I moved to Southern Oregon freshman year of high school. Everybody had guns, kept them on the racks in the back of their truck windshields. Just had a lot of people looking for an excuse to use them, says Simon, who changed his name to Mild Dairy Life Savers for that.
Bro, I
I
feel
noticed
you.
that.
My cousins all went to high school in Southern Oregon, and a lot of their friends were just, truck guys with gun racks on the back. It's a whole thing. And even still today, every time I'm around Medford, it's just like, what accidental red state have I fallen into when I was just in Ashland, a
Yeah,
liberal
yeah. I mean,
paradise?
it's crazy. It's crazy. Because then Oregon abuts Idaho, right?
Uh, that's actually a good question. I think so. On the far east side.
Yeah, I mean, because Idaho,
There's a
that's like
United States map literally
militia,
right behind me.
militia central, right?
Yes. Well, there's also, and this is true of California too. There is by and large a concentration of liberal citizens, but in major areas. And in California and in Oregon, there are just pockets that are essentially red states, which there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that. But you have, even back to the turn of the century, from essentially southern Oregon, like Jacksonville or Jackson County, down through to like Eureka, California. There was a legitimate secession effort to create the 51st state of Jefferson, which was essentially what's the word I'm looking for? Not independent, but oh goodness, I can't think of the word where it's not Republican or Democrat, but it's like the people that don't want to be taxed and bury gold.
Like a republic?
No,
Or
people run as it sometimes. Why can't I think of? Oh no, this is gonna kill me. Oh my goodness. Uh, 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 uh. It doesn't matter, but they suffice it to say, there's just a lot more nuance in the coastal
oh,
states.
libertarian.
Libertarian, yeah. There's like kind of a right Republican slash
Thank you,
libertarian
Grass
effort.
Puddle. Thank you,
Thank
Simon.
you. Woo.
Grass Puddle saying I went to school in Middle PA where deer hunting is a school holiday. Yeah, I went to college there at Penn State. Know exactly what you're talking about. I was friends with a lot of with a lot of guys who disappoint the hell out of me on Facebook now.
Oof.
Andy McLean's down in Texas. He says, I live 10 minutes away from South Fork Ranch where they filmed the show Dallas. It's turned into a venue for gun shows multiple times a year. Oh, S. Friedman says sovereign citizens. You have sovereigns. I have a friend who's a sovereign citizen, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's no longer a U.S. citizen. He changed his national standing just because the issues he had with capitalism and
That's a thing.
so,
You can do that.
yeah, you can. I'm not. I wouldn't do it just because I feel like it's there are hurdles potentially. That's a very personal decision.
Yeah, wild.
He's been researching it for quite some time, and that's the decision he came to. But yeah, so I think that's what S. Friedman is mentioning there. Yeah, crazy stuff, crazy stuff. In other news, just a quick Ukraine story here. Let's get this bad news out of the way. You know what? At least makes me feel a little bit more informed. Uh, uh, did I put a link in there? I
Yeah,
think
this
that's.
is it. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
because there was one about the kids.
Yeah, this is what that took me to.
Hold on.
Unless there was something more. Let's try that again. Yes? Here we are.
Oh.
I can look for that if you like.
Yeah, there was something regarding
Sure, one sec. Let me.
Russia taking 200,000 Ukrainian children.
Ooh.
Into Russia. Deported 234,000 Ukrainian children to Belarus, Russia, or Russia-occupied regions of Ukraine. Ukraine accused Russia of forcibly deporting hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians from occupied territories. Russia accuses...
Found it.
Oh, great. Thank you, Travis.
There we go.
Russia has forcibly removed 200,000 children. Yeah, it's...
Actually doesn't have a story. It's just more of Zelensky. It's sort of more of a soundbite. It says here, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky says Wednesday, like you said, that 200,000 Ukrainian children have been forcibly taken to Russia. He says it includes orphans from orphanages, children with parents, and children separated from their families. The Russian state disperses these people on its territory, settles our citizens, in particular in remote regions. The purpose of this criminal policy is not just to steal people, but to make deportees forget about Ukraine and not be able to return. But we must find an answer to this challenge.
Horrific.
As well as to ensure that everyone who killed, tortured, or deported Ukrainians are held accountable, so on, so forth. The inevitability of punishment is a principle Ukraine will teach Russia. Wow. Ooh, he mad. Good Lord. But first of all, we must teach them on the battlefield that Ukraine will not be conquered, that our people will not surrender, and our children will not become the property of the occupiers. Whew. That's some fiery stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So just it's a dark time there. Maybe Friedman's right. You got daily shootings in the United States. You got Russia invading Ukraine, and you got Travis showing various symptoms and going to a crowded venue.
Those feel like they're not on the same level of societal dysfunction.
Say again?
Those feel like they're not on the same level of societal dysfunction.
I can't hear you. Your mic's not working.
What do you mean my mic's not working? Hello?
Hello?
What? I see
Hello?
my level. Can anyone else hear me? Hello?
Hello?
How about now?
Travis.
Yes.
All right, come back in when you get that figured out.
What about now? What about now?
Talk.
I am. Blah, 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 blah.
Come back in when you get that figured out, please. Kyle Harlow says if the rumors are true and Putin has cancer, it would be the first time in my life that I've rooted for cancer. Kyle Harlow, I feel you. Also, Travis, you just got pranked.
Someone wants to figure out how to make the show happen themselves on Monday.
I mean, listen. I hope to have you there, but I would soldier through, but I would miss you.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
That'd be
Thank
rude.
you. Thank you, Travis. Simon says Travis obviously buying into the herd immunization. Grass Puddle says you sound a little congested, my friend.
I am a little congested, but we're gonna be okay. I mean, the thing is, no matter, not to say this is what justifies it, and I'm not using this as a justification, but I'm kind of in a weird spot where it's like, yeah, I think I have a cold, and I am gonna get a test today, but like, there's like a huge family party on Saturday that's for my grandfather's 80th birthday. There will be a number of septa or octogenarians in attendance, and I'm just like, oh no. Oh,
what are you going to put on your cloak with a hood and take your scythe?
Yeah. Just have the Undertaker's funeral march entrance theme behind me.
Oh boy. Gong. Gong. All right, let's
stand by the margarita machine.
Oh boy. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. Jury finds, we talked about this at the end. Travis tried and grandma died. Oh my God. God forbid. God forbid. So we talked about this yesterday. Let's recap a little bit. Jury finds both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp were defamed after a weeks-long trial. Actor Johnny Depp won his defamation case against Amber Heard, his ex-wife, former co-star. Following a 6-week trial, jury found that Heard had defamed Depp in a 2018 op-ed she wrote for the Washington Post, describing herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. The jury also found that Heard had been defamed by one of Depp's lawyers when he called her abuse allegations a hoax. Depp said he was humbled by the decision, which awarded him $15 million in damages. Heard, who was awarded $2 million in damages, has said she was disappointed with what the verdict means for other women. So, we talked about this a little yesterday. I've seen so many polarizing points of view. It seems like it's a real, it seems like they are both crappy people. Johnny Depp is a charismatic garbage person. Amber Heard is an uncharismatic garbage person. There it is. Now, but I think it's two garbage people at the end of the day. she, I believe, is not without fault, but he is not without fault as well. And when people, you know, I I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole here, but I have close relatives who have suffered abuse. Domestic violence is I grew up in a volatile household. Domestic violence is no joke. Women need to be listened to. Claims need to be followed up. Women need to be protected. They need to be believed. That being said, it seems like Amber Heard is an abuser her own self. So I see a lot of people saying that this decision is horrific and Amber Heard is like a martyr, and people comparing Johnny Depp to Harvey Weinstein. I literally see people who I find to be thoughtful, intelligent human beings comparing Johnny Depp to Harvey Weinstein and frickin' Bill Cosby. Slow, okay, time out. Time out. Paul Tutillo, I really appreciate this comment. Paul Tutillo says, I am Team Amber, but agree. Yeah, you cannot let this. Okay, let's pull the camera back. Let's get let's try to take like an omniscient view here. You can't let this get in the way of listening to, believing, investigating, protecting women who make claims of domestic abuse. 100%. But to just look past all the evidence, it seems like Amber Heard is guilty of some deleterious behavior. Is that a word? Deleterious?
That is a word, yes. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, I used the right word there. But Johnny Depp seems like he was just often a drunken, abusive lout as well. So Simon says Johnny Depp reminds me of Jack Sparrow, who reminds me of Keith Richards, who reminds me of Jimmy Savile, who reminds me not to have children. All right. The Keith Richards to Jimmy Savile, I watched that Jimmy Savile documentary. If you want to see a true-to-life monster, there's a documentary on Netflix about British TV presenter Jimmy Savile. Whoo! You lost me when you went the bridge from Keith Richards to Jimmy Savile. Too far, Simon. But yeah, so at this point, I'm. Thank you, Simon. At this point, I'm repeating myself. But yeah, it's two dumpster fires who those dumpsters collided, and we warmed ourselves by the glow of the ridiculous spectacle. And that's the thing. And that's the thing. It was a spectacle, and Johnny Depp has been our guy for years, So, but the He-Man woman haters club, the men's rights advocates who are taking this and like spiking the football and doing a touchdown dance because of miss me with that stuff, pal. There's too much damn domestic violence in this country, in the world. And this is an isolated case between two superstars, or one superstar, one, social climber. But they're that's what happens when two dumpster fires collide. I got to watch that. Life's Too Short. That appearance. I've seen some of it. Johnny Depp on Life's Too Short says it's the best performances of his career, says Simon. All right. So that's just a little picking up the pieces. Yeah, because I've seen too many people saying, Amber Heard's completely at fault. Too many people saying, like, Johnny Depp. Okay, now Travis, let me get your opinion here. There was someone on my timeline saying that, like, just calling out Johnny Depp for the text. He sent a private text to a friend.
Okay.
Saying, like, and this is like after, I guess they've been divorced and they're going through all this stuff, that, like, something like he would like to defecate on her rotting corpse or something like that.
Oh, no.
That's pretty horrible.
That's not great.
But they were exes at this point, and they've gotten out of it. Like, I would hope I would never say that about someone. Like, I don't think I've ever used that kind of, I've had some bad breakups in the past. I've had good breakups too. But nothing like, I don't think I've ever said anything like that. But can you say that he's, like, can you take that and make assumptions about how he was in the relationship?
Yes and no. Excuse me. I mean, the thread between the message thread between homies is, usually a safe space, and should be regarded as such, because that's where we can really pop off. Now, really, that stuff should be said, like, in person, like, especially if you're someone of that stature and that much has that much public appeal, you should know better than to be firing off stuff like that. I don't think that it's indicative of his behavior in the context of a relationship, because we all, say we complain way harder than we act usually, but it certainly doesn't dissuade the idea that, like, this opinion is held of this person, which could lead to more toxic, even potentially violent behavior. Like, I have, in my extended family, had people that have been in, like, really tumultuous, on and off again, long-standing relationships where there's, like, kids and stuff involved, and it can just get so unreasonably negative and bad for so long, where you just kind of lose sense of where the relationship or the argument or the breakup starts and ends, and people can do crazy stuff. It doesn't make an excuse for it, and I think something that is unfortunate in this ruling is that, and excuse me if we've touched on this already, is that they both won their claim, but it seems as if Amber Heard, from her perspective, has lost the public ruling, so to speak, the popular vote that would continue, that would leave Johnny Depp with the association of being someone capable and probably has been abusive.
Oh, yeah. One attorney, a high-profile attorney, was quoted as saying this is the biggest public relations turnaround they had seen in their 20-year career.
Yeah.
Noting Johnny Depp's victory here. So, yeah, in the public eye, it looks like, yeah, Amber Heard lost. Listen, whoever wins, we lose. There you go. All right. Yeah. Then that is all. I think that's all we'll talk about this until we talk about it next time. Moving on. Oh, welcome LeBron to the Billionaires Club. LeBron James. He is a billion-dollar man. LeBron James is officially a billionaire. He joined the ranks of Kylie Jenner, and others.
Damn shame. You hate to see it.
For you know what? I ain't mad at LeBron.
I
He's a king. He's a
I
king.
fall firmly in the camp of billionaires should not exist.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as it breaks my heart, this puts him, just on the edge of the side of the theoretical. When the guillotines get brought out, it's like,
Okay, so
look, man.
he was fine when he was at 900 million.
Yeah.
That's
Look, you
ridiculous.
gotta draw the line somewhere. You gotta
Nah.
draw the line somewhere.
I mean, I don't know. He's
Would he be the first to go? I sure hope not.
No, I understand because the bridge between the haves and the have-nots is.
That being said, and of course
Yeah.
I'm basically joking, but for someone who has amassed that amount of wealth through a lot of hard work and smart business decisions, like the dude opened a school. Like, granted, there are people with much more money that are doing like massive contributions to the back end because taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems like with LeBron, his heart is also in it as well, with like the I Promise School and many other charitable ventures that he has going. It's something that he seems to be actively involved with and doesn't feel like strictly something that's like 60% tax write-off, 40% charitable venture.
You know, he is a king, right?
Yeah.
How do you or I dare dictate the wealth of a king?
Well, I can't dictate
Travis,
his wealth.
do me a favor.
Yeah?
What are you, sitting in a chair right now?
I'm sitting in a chair.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Kneel. Would you mind kneeling right now?
No, and I'll
before the
give you
king?
one good
and
reason why.
genuflecting.
I will respect the man as a man, but in terms of recognizing his status as king, I actually am wearing evidence to refute any presupposition that I should bend the knee. And that's the fact that he got swept. He got swept. 4-0. He got swept.
By who? By who?
By the Golden State Warriors.
When?
2017, 2018. He put up maybe the greatest individual game I've ever seen in my entire life, that 50-pointer in game 1. And wow, like that is...
was that the J.R. Smith game?
That's the J.R. Smith game.
Oh. Get it.
But, and that is it was like Leonidas at the end of 300. A valiant effort. Just look at him go.
All right, I'm going to kneel.
That's fine.
for
You
the
can kneel.
king.
You can kneel you can do whatever you want. All I know is that tonight there will be a team that is going to be competing for a Larry O'Brien trophy, and LeBron's on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm absolutely still mad about that 3-1 comeback. Are you kidding? I'm going to be mad about that forever. I watched happen after one of the worst breakups of my life.
Oh, no.
Which happened within a community theater production, which was also a terrible idea.
Oh, God forbid.
That I lost my butt on, and I was sitting there eating a steak burrito, watching them choke away the lead in Game 7, being like, wow, this is probably...
I loved that. I was so into Cleveland winning. And you know what? I was all into like those. I love those montages of LeBron returning to Cleveland with like that song "Coming Home." I'm coming home.
That was the worst. This is the most
Spread
saccharine.
the word. I'm coming home.
It's poison to me. Like it infuriates
Hey,
me.
Simon, you're hurting my family. Yep, Draymond suspended for Game 5. Absolutely
Yep.
right. Baron Davis
Bogut goes out. Festus Ezeli has no knees.
S. Freeman says, do you see Bill Burr saying that he thinks the NBA is fixed? He was on Kimmel LOL. Travis and I, I don't know if we talked about this. Simon and I talked about this. We were going back and forth about, like, the NBA. Like, what do you think about this, Travis?
Sure.
Like, if the league office would obviously want to see a series extended, do you think the referees swallow their whistles a little bit?
So I'm a avid listener of the Bill Simmons podcast, and Scott Foster is known amongst the pundits around the ringer as the extender. Because when he's running an NBA crew, things will be called that may not have been called.
I listen to the Ringer
the game
basketball
before.
podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, Scott Foster, the extender, and like far be it from me to dissuade that, because like it happens. There's certain officiating crews that
Yeah.
you can not explicitly be like, feels like Silver wants a game 7. I don't think it's actually true, but certain crews you can expect certain things to happen.
Shout out to Raymond. Raymond says he hates that stupid song. Coming home. I'm coming home. Stacy says nothing but trouble in March. Let's. She doesn't like me pranking you, Travis. Sorry about that, Stacy. And we're talking a little bit, and we're going to talk some more basketball. We're going to talk about the finals coming up here. We're going to do a little finals preview. Stacy, can we give Stacy a quick... let's give Stacy a quick check on the Texas Rangers, then we'll take a break and come back, okay?
Sounds good. Let me... I'm working on the one screen. I'm a little slower than usual.
Sure. But congrats to LeBron. But I hear you.
Yeah.
Like, the billionaire class, honestly, like, the discrepancy between the haves and the have-nots, like, the world is broken. The world is frickin' broken, man. Oh, we got an update from Andy McLean here. Rangers at 500.
That is exciting, and that is something that we... they were...
Let's see.
I guess they were, but they may not be anymore. Gosh darn it.
Let's see.
Sorry, I'm having to do a lot of thing jumping there. There we go. At the moment, the Rangers are sitting at a 24-25.
Ooh,
just
a game under. Pull the mic away if you cough. Thank you.
Just a titch below 500.
But they're creeping up on the Angels. The Angels are sliding. The Angels were playing 600-plus baseball. Now they're playing 540 baseball at 27-23. The Rangers 2.5 games back from the Angels. So, Stacy, Andy, anyone else who cares about the American League West, it stands at Astros in first place. Astros are the class of the division, clearly. At 33-18. Angels in second. Rangers in third place, but climbing. Nicely done. Let's take a quick look at the AL Central. I just want to see where my Twins are at. Ooh, they were playing 600-plus baseball. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games. There's LeBron's mom kissing him. 30-22 at 577 baseball. White Sox 5 games back. Guardians climbing up, very close to the White Sox. Tigers and Royals in the toilet. All right, Travis. We're gonna take a break so Travis can do a little coughing, clear his throat, feel better, Travis. And don't forget. The Your Pal Hal Show coming to Twitch, twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick, starting Monday, June 6th. Now, with some cuss words. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you right after this. What up? Episode 3 of Obi-Wan was fire, says Simon. I liked it. We talked about it on Binge Boys. By the way, if you're looking... Sweet. If you're looking for, I'll hit that. Okay, S. Freeman says, and remember, in Twitch, Hal will explain the birds and the bees. Oh yeah. Coming Monday. So, yeah, no spoilers. We talked about Obi-Wan Kenobi on Binge Boys, where myself and Lon Harris, we break down the news, we review a few shows, and really, we get you set for everything you want to watch. And it's produced by your friend and mine, producer Travis. Binge Boys, wherever you get your podcasts. And I'll say a cuss word now and again on Binge Boys. I don't give a hoot. What? Did someone say hoot? Hoot, hoot? Hoot? Percival, what are you doing here? I heard hoot. Hoot, 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 hoot. Hoot, hoot. Hello, Travis. Travis? Are you there? It's me, Percival the Owl.
Hey, Percival.
How you doing? How you feeling, Travis? I heard you're under the weather.
A little bit, but I'm managing. I'm doing all right. Better than yesterday.
You know what makes me feel better when I'm under the weather?
What's that?
To swoop down from the tree and pick up a rodent with my talons and then take it away and tear it apart with my beak. Want to try that?
I'd like to, but I don't know that I can. I don't think I have this.
Oh, you're too good for it, huh, Travis?
All right. This is what I didn't want to.
Huh?
All right. No, I'll do it.
Oh, you'll swoop down from a tree and pick up a rodent and tear it apart with your beak?
Yeah.
You don't have a beak, you filthy liar.
I'll figure it out. How hard can it be?
How hard can it be? I'll show you how hard my beak is, boy.
Look.
Hoot hoot! Hoot hoot!
Don't you have something to do?
Yeah, sit in a nest on my fat butt.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. You know what?
On my
That was
fat,
mistake.
feathered butt. I actually like you, Travis.
Well, that's nice. I like you too, Percival.
Tell me you love me, Travis. Say, I love you, Percival.
I love you, Percival.
Oh, hoot hoot. I love you, Travis.
Love you too.
Wow. Oh, Percival just flew off. Wow.
You got weird friends, man. You got weird friends.
I mean, what do you mean? You wouldn't want to be friends with a sweet owl?
Sweet. I mean, once you get past the threats of violence, but
I mean, he's a bird of prey, dude.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
He's a bird of prey, my dude.
I get that. That's my point. That's kind of weird.
You know what? If that's too weird, then I don't want to be normal. All right?
Fair enough.
People are talking about Love, Death, and Robots, Lost, some good TV chat going on in the in the chat, some good streaming chat. Folks, thanks for hanging out right here on the Your Pal Hal Show. My name is Hal Rudnick. Backchannel is going to be here for a couple more days, and then our show. Sadly, Backchannel is going away, but our show will continue on Twitch, twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. I hope to see you there. Hey, as they used to say on NBC, let's all be there. All right, let's a couple more trending topics to get to here. Let's see what we had in store. You know what? Well, let's just jump to the Twitter deep dive. What do you say, Travis?
Yes, as long as I can take a second to laugh at this headline.
Oh,
Jesus!
All right,
come on.
let's look at this story.
Come on.
From Bloomberg Wealth, 1/3 of one-third of Americans making $250,000, which is a good bit of money.
Yeah.
From where I'm sitting.
I don't know if I've had that much money pass through my life, in terms of outcome, like total.
Gotcha. Thankfully, at my advanced age, I can say I have. But yeah, you know what? Money's overrated.
Yeah.
Except if you live in America.
Damn it.
I know. Right?
Yeah. What a bummer. What a racket.
I think that's one of the things my wife likes about me. Like, I don't care about, I'll enjoy fancy things.
Sure.
But, I don't need it.
Right.
Except sneakers. I have spent way too much on sneakers. We keeping you up?
I am doing my best.
No, I know you're not well. Let me ask you this, because I feel like I had COVID at the very beginning of COVID.
Right.
In March 2020. I never got tested. We weren't testing for it then or anything. Do you feel oddly fatigued?
Not necessarily. Similar to you, back in January of 2020, the whole house came down with something that was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I had just a legitimate cold about a month and a half ago, and it felt almost the same as this. It tested negative a couple of times cold, and it was just a little achy, a little tired, a little stuffed up, but fine.
Grass Puddle's saying Travis has brain fog.
I don't have brain. Look, me with brain fog. Unfortunately, this is me firing on all cylinders. Well, that's not true. This is me firing on most cylinders.
Kyle Harlow saying, "Who are these rich millennials, and how do I swindle them out of some cash?" I'll tell you how, Kyle Harlow. Create some kind of NFT. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, it's particularly true among millennials. More than half of top earners in that generation are having little left at the end of the month. Yo,
incredible.
If you're making that kind of bank, create your cushion. For crying out loud. That's I've had all sorts of jobs over the course of my life, and especially in the past 15 years, I've had some good ones, and I put money away. Because
you never know. You never know when that's sort of the theme of the week. You never know when it all just kind of goes away.
Yeah. Listen, I've also, I've also spent a little bit of it. What are you gonna do? You can't be buried with it.
Yeah, you can't take it with you.
Yeah.
Those Egyptians didn't know crap.
Yep. King Tutankhamun's tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look who's in the house. Deborah Rudnick. YouTube sensation, Deborah Rudnick. Thank you, Simon. Deborah Rudnick, my mother, this is for you. All right. So let's take a quick look at this thread, and then we'll jump over to our Twitter deep dive. The Joker has entered the chat. All right, some 36% of households taking in nearly 4 times the median U.S. salary spend nearly all their income on household expenses, according to a new survey. Cheers to the Joker, greatest of all time, says Andy McLean about my mother, Deborah Rudnick. Mom, you were a hit yesterday, a hit, and you're always a hit. You're a star, queen for a day, queen for a day. That's what my mother and I like to say. Like when I do something nice for her, like especially nice, or like, take her somewhere special. We'll always say, "Queen for a day, queen for a day." Mother, excellent, excellent. It's particularly true among millennials who are now in their mid-20s to early 40s. More than half of top earners in that generation report having little left at the end of the month. My mom says, thanks, wish all well. So high earners who report living paycheck to paycheck. Millennial, boomer. Boomer, no. Millennials, a bunch of them. Wow. Whoa, what are you spending on? Sneakers and microbrews. $250,000 plus income bracket roughly represents the top 5% of earners in the country, according to U.S. Census data. Top earners, even though struggling to pay bills, are, of course, much better off than the rest of the nation, which is facing soaring prices for everything from food to gas and electricity. Yes, it's true. Yeah, when I was driving to the comedy club last night, I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna have to fill up soon. We're close to $7 a gallon here, because I put the premium. My wife insists we put the premium in the car. Otherwise, I'd put the middle grade. Shh, but no, I don't. That's what I would do. I don't know. This is a load of malarkey. Simon, did you just get possessed by Joe Biden? Hey, man, that's malarkey. Will you shut up, man? All right, so there you go.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really get into like the who are these people and what are they spending all this money on.
Who are these people?
But yeah, like come on, gang, you can make it work.
Who are these people? What are they spending their money on? It must be sneakers and microbrews.
Dang. 1 in 9 responded that they wouldn't be able to cover a $400 emergency expense by any means.
One in 9 who are making $250K?
No, that's actually all Americans. That makes more sense. I was going to say,
okay.
Good Lord.
Yeah, but
Guys,
that sucks. That sucks. What's the deal with millennials? What's the deal with Gen Z? Jerry. There you go. You know what? Millennials, do better. I'm trying to piece together enough scratch to get a growler fill tomorrow. Oh yeah, one of those big jugs. Wishing you luck, Simon. Maybe start a GoFundMe. I'm sending thoughts and prayers to your spiritual GoFundMe. All right, time for the deep dive of the day. This one, Travis insisted. He said, "This is my favorite."
Let's go. See this. All right.
Klondike, mega pint. Yeah. All right. What would you do for a Klondike bar? All right, we are taking a look at. Listen, we love snacks. We haven't talked about snacks enough today. I apologize. Stacy says it sounds like Travis has a head cold. She had one in December. All right. We love snacks. We love to talk about snacks. Let me see that banner. What do they got working there? What would you do for a Klondike? And oh wow, there's the original Klondike bar, and then there's the like a king cone, and then there's like a Klondike shake. Wow. All right. I'll have to see what they have on Tapgrass, says Simon. The local tap house changes it up pretty often. Nice. All right. Klondike. You got the familiar polar bear. This is the chocolatey ice cream square, chocolatey ice cream bar in the silver packaging. What's that guy's tattoo say? Do you see the tattoo on that guy's wrist, Travis? What does it say? I can't read it from here. Oh, thank you, thank you. All right. I regret nothing. Doesn't it seem like the tattoo is upside down and placed there in a weird way? Like, shouldn't it? What do you think about that tattoo, Travis?
It was put there in post.
Yes.
All right.
The perfect combination of chocolate and ice cream you would do anything for. You know what? I'm going to tell you something right now. I wouldn't do squat for this thing. In IRL, Kyle Harlow says Klondike makes Capri Sun pouches now. Yeah, for their shakes. I wouldn't do anything for it. But that's just me. This is a deadly combination of sugar and saturated fat. But delicious. I'm such a buzzkill. I'm such a buzzkill. Listen, I ate pizza for dinner last night. You know, I'm not. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, oh, I want it. I don't want it. It's tough. It's tough. But Klondike is bringing up the rear in the ice cream sandwich wars. Wow. Simon said it. All right, 164,000 followers. Let's listen. If I was very hungry or if I really wanted a dessert or on a hot summer day, then maybe what would I do for a Klondike? I'd do a little dance. I'd improvise a song. I would. Oh, I think in a commercial, though, a guy shaved off his eyebrow for one. Hell no. Never, baby. Never. Tillamook. I thought they just made cheese. Okay, Simon shouting out Tillamook. They got the cookies and cream Oreo ice cream sandwich. Klondike does or Tillamook? All right, bring a parachute for your Klondike because it's time for another What Would You Do for a Klondike Wednesday. Tell us what you do using for a Klondike. And who knows what could happen. Let's scroll up. I wouldn't do that. I'm too much of a fraidy cat. If you see me holding a Klondike shake in each hand next weekend, no, you didn't. Oh, you're bad. You're naughty. On this day in May 31st, 1932, Ben Hooper shot an apple over his head for a Klondike. Sure, there were easier ways to obtain Klondikes at the time, but that didn't curb his enthusiasm, so, okay. I don't know if I buy it. Let's see what else people would do for a Klondike. Wow, Simon is a Klondike hater. He realized 20 cents was way more than the cost of Klondikes at the time with inflation. But did that stop him? No. Did this actually happen? Probably not. Yeah, see, okay, yeah. Either way, that's why we salute you, Ben Hooper, as one of Klondike's top doers of the century. All right, let's keep scrolling here. You know what? Let's call an audible. Travis, scroll back up. Let's go to Popsicle. Let's go to these Just my wife loves popsicles. All right, so we just switch gears. Do not adjust your screen. We went from Klondike to popsicle. Now, you got to respect popsicle for just keeping their game just staying in the game and doing the damn thing since 1905. Wow. Yeah. That is one of and she lives with someone who is very I'm always very particular about sodium, saturated fat, sugar. Carbs, I eat carbs all day. All day. Give me a carb. Put the carbs in my face. Deep dive within a deep dive. Twitterception. That's right, Kyle Harlow. Is the top still spinning? Grasspuddle said, I just had their fudge pop thing. You go, boy. Simon's feeling it. Andy McLean shouting out Jenny's ice cream. It is good. And they got mad flavors. Yeah, I'd mess with some Jenny's. If it's a popsicle, it's possible. I like that. Keeping it cool since 1905. All right, let's check out a couple of popsicle tweets. Can you guess the flavor using the emojis? Comment in the answer if you know. Comment in the answer below if you know. Simon, grape ice. Ice grape. Friendly PSA, it's fudgesicle. It's fudgesicle, not fudgesicle. Okay, so yeah, lose the E, pal. Simon shouting out their mango twister. Nice. Our newest popsicle joke of the month is unbelievable. Comment your funniest punchline below, and who knows what would happen. Finish the punchline. What activity are bees best at in school? Let's see the other. Is there what activity are bees best at in school? Spelling bees, right? Spelling bees? Oh, minding their own buzzness. Okay. Being around. Perfect attendance. Journalism, because they always have the latest buzz. That's good. Shop class. They make a killer beehive. Best in the biz. Behaving. I crack myself up. The sweetest students. Learning alphabets. They're ABCs. Spelling bees. That's what I said. Biology. Beehiving for the teacher. Spelling, catching a buzz. What? Algebra. Earth science. Minding their B's and Q's. The birds and the bees.
I gotta give it up for earth science.
Yes. Oh, Simon's saying he thought it was fudgicle. No, it was never fudgicle. It was always fudgesicle. Fudgesicle. Like popsicle. Fudgesicle. All right, I think we've had enough of these. Listen, some cool treats on a hot spring day for you right here on the Your Pal Hal Show. All right, boobies. Oh, grass puddle. Boobies, always the best punchline. Oh, grass puddle. Notey. Stacy says, my grandmother, when she was alive, would get me those fudgesicles. Yum, yum, yum. Heck yeah, Stacy. I'll go for that Klondike bar. Stacy would eat an ice cream sandwich. Stacy, I like your style. Homegirl. Very nice. Got to get to it on Binge Boys. What? Um, Got to get to what on Binge Boys, mother? What I miss? Okay, so Travis, come back in here. We're going to talk a little NBA Finals, and then we got to, and then we'll hit those T-shirts. So,
Basketball.
basketball, ba 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 do dee 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 dee. All right, Travis, let me throw something out there for you and me,
Yes.
and everybody chime in. You want? Let's rank the players in the series. Let's rank the
Ooh.
top 5 players in this series. How about
All
that?
right. Fair.
I think you got to go Steph one. That's no question. What do you think?
Do you want to do a draft?
Sure. All right. You and I will do a draft.
We'll go to let's say you want to do a starting 5 or 7?
Wait, 5 each?
Yeah, 5. You know how many rounds of back and forth rounds of a draft.
Yeah. So starting 5.
All right. Here, we'll flip a coin for the first.
Kyle Harlow says, "What's the over/under on Draymond groin kicks?" I think he's learned his lesson, but
Natural
you never know.
shooting motion.
You never know. All right, flip a coin. I'll call it in the air.
I'm gonna flip this ticket. Do you want admit one or blank?
Admit one.
Wow, that didn't flip at all. Hold on. We can make this work. This is quality.
You're flipping a ticket? It's already.
You have the first pick.
I'll go Steph Curry.
I hate you. And by that, I'll have to pick Jason Tatum.
Okay. Tatum. Jaylen Brown.
Draymond.
Okay. All right. So I have Steph, Jaylen Brown. You got Tatum and Draymond. Ooh. All right. This is already very tricky here.
I know, right?
I think I just got to go Clay because he's a great defender.
No comment. Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's see. I am going to go. Excuse me. I'm gonna go Al Horford. No, I'm gonna go Rob Williams.
Yeah, I was thinking about him. I'm gonna go Al Horford.
I will take Jordan Poole.
Mm. Okay. Couple of choices here. Couple of choices. Yeah, my lineup's a little small right now, so yeah. Oh man. Oh boy, I think what did I paint myself into a corner here by taking Clay? Yeah, I guess I'll just you know what? Screw it. I'll just go Wiggins.
All right, playoff Wiggs, and I'm gonna round out with Marcus Smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you got this.
Okay, so Hal's starting 5, and we can actually follow up on this and do like a little fake fantasy basketball just for the finals with these guys. So Hal's starting 5 is going to be Steph Curry, Jaylen Brown, Klay Thompson, Al Horford, and Andrew Wiggins. And I've got Jason Tatum, Draymond Green, Rob Williams, Jordan Poole, and Marcus Smart. These are weird teams.
you have a traditional team. You have
Yeah,
Poole
I've
would
got a big guy.
actually you have Smart and Poole in the backcourt. Uh, Tatum is your small forward. Draymond would be your power forward, and Williams would
Hmm.
be your center. Um, I yeah, I don't have a power forward.
I mean, basically, you're gonna ask Clay to size up and just play inside, which he can
Yeah,
do. He's got the strength.
yeah, and then but I got shooting for days.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be, and Steph's gravity is a goddamn nightmare. And I have two people that can dribble. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but you've got the size advantage for sure.
I mean, that's also if Robert Williams can play more than half the games in the series, because that dude is got a bum knee.
Right, right. Yeah, no, Marcus Smart. I held off on Marcus Smart. I held off on him just because I had him in fantasy basketball, and he kills your shooting percentage.
Yeah, he does.
But all right. So what's your? So let's rank the players now. Okay.
Sure.
So it would be Steph as one, Tatum two.
And that's
Who's
then it's a
three?
really interesting question to figure out who is the third most important player in the series, or
I,
best
I think
even.
it's Jalen.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Jalen Brown. Four. Who do you go? I think you got to go Draymond
Yeah, yeah. In terms of impact.
all over the floor. Five. Where are we at? Where are we at?
This also gets weird. You could. This is
You could
where you
go a
can get
lot of
into the
different
Al
ways.
Horford, or um,
I mean, Clay.
he's not as I think pivotal unless he gets hot, which he had an incredible game 7 in the or game 6 in the 5. Sorry, game 5. Good lord. In the Dallas series, like he looked like old Clay, but he still I am not as surefire confident that he's going to provide as much value throughout the series as an Al Horford or even a Wiggins would in terms of just consistency.
Oh, and by the way, I didn't go Marcus Smart because I already my first two picks were guards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but I feel you, Andy McLean and Simon. Marcus Smart's D on Steph, Clay, Poole, and Wiggins will be important. True,
Yep.
true.
From what
The
I
defensive
understand,
player of the
his
year.
minutes are going to be pretty much matched with Steph's, and his job is going to be one, guard Steph Curry, just straight up, and two, run the Celtics offense, which is like, that's kind of a tall ask, but it's going to be weird to see how, or interesting, really interesting to see how their help and rotation like is going to be strained to contain the firepower. And then also on the other end, if they've got Poole out there, like he's just a sieve. Yeah, I don't know. I am so excited, but also scared of this series.
Yeah, because you know, since like the midway point of the season, the Celtics had the best record in basketball by far,
Hmm.
and their team defense really just became a unit. Like, I don't know, like are we talking like those that Detroit Pistons team under Larry Brown in 2004, the San Antonio teams under Greg Popovich, like they are playing as a unit, and they knocked off some teams that going into the playoffs people would have easily ranked above them.
Yeah, since January 1st, 2022, the Celtics had a 106.7 defensive rating, which is the best in the league by a margin of about 3 points. Prior to that, the Warriors started off the season with a 106.9 defensive rating back before Clay came back, and they had GP2 Iguodala playing, and they had just a absolute clamp defensive scheme running. It's going to be interesting to see as Gary Payton II, Otto Porter Jr., and Iguodala are all game time decisions today. If they're
Oh,
able to
because
come back.
Iguodala's been out for the entirety of the playoffs, right?
Yeah, he played a little bit
The old
in
man.
the first couple games of Denver series, and then he was DNP old, basically. His neck seized up, and it's going to be interesting to see if that swings things and how they're going to be able to use, because like the fundamental difference I think between Boston's lineup and Golden State's lineup top down is where Boston has no real holes defensively in their like 7 to 8 man rotation. Golden State they have more specific specialties in their players. You know, like Jordan Poole is a dynamic scorer who can cut and do, is good with the ball, can shoot from deep, but he's an absolute sieve. And like Gary Payton II is like a respectable-ish open 3-point shooter and dunk guy, but he's really a clamp guy. And it's like, essentially, is it going to be the different colors on the palette of the Golden State lineup versus the overall consistency of the Boston lineup in terms of their structural sound?
How's Golden State going to compete inside against Robert Williams and Al Horford?
Kevon Looney has become one of the best rebounding big men in the game. He has, a stat I read today, he has, throughout the playoffs, soaked up 23.6% of available rebounds when he's in the vicinity, which is like an insane stat. He closed out Memphis with 22 rebounds. He had like 18 in the Dallas closeout game. He was a beneficiary of.
All right, so yeah,
they brought in their development staff Jokic's guy from Denver, and they brought him in to work with James Wiseman. But he rode the bench the whole year, working with injuries, and Looney was sort of like a secondary beneficiary, and he completely
don't
redesigned
sleep
his
on Looney. Don't sleep on Looney.
If Looney can keep his production up, that'll be huge. And also, there's just a chance that Robert Williams isn't going to play, 2-3 games of the series.
Oh, well, yeah, if that's the case, then Boston's going to be in trouble because he is like he and like 1A and 1B, I would say it's Marcus Smart and then him as far as the linchpins in that defense.
Yep. And then Al Horford doing all this help nonsense.
Yeah, Robert Williams made the leap this past year. Yeah, and then Al Horford just being a savvy veteran. Andre Iguodala turns 50 next month, says Kyle Harlow. Very good, my friend. If Wiggins stays within himself and stops chucking up threes, then he has a chance to dominate the series again. Yeah, I love seeing just the positive impact on Wiggins' career and what he brings to the lineup, and they're not asking him to do too much. Like in Minnesota, he couldn't find it. They were asking him to be like, what, a number 2 option, number 3 option. Here, he's like, he's able to be an offensive like ninja laying in wait or a sniper, and then take it to the hole, hit a mid-range. Yeah, he's when he's playing within himself, he's a great piece.
I expect him to be the primary defender on Jason Tatum like he was on Luka Doncic, and as long as Boston doesn't get too switch heavy, I think he's going to do a pretty good job.
Give us a realistic prediction for the series, Travis.
My heart of hearts wants to say Dubs in 6. I think that's outrageous, or I think that may be a little out of bounds. This is such a toss-up for me. I'm going to say Warriors in 7. And that is assuming that a couple games are missed by key players on both sides, but particularly I think Robert Williams isn't going to make all 7 games work, and Marcus Smart, sprained the crap out of his ankle a few games ago, and stuff like that. Like, this is going to be a nuts series. It's going to go back and forth. My prediction is Warriors in 7.
I think you were right with your first instinct. I think it's Warriors in 6. I'm not saying that's what I want, but I feel like the experience gets them there.
That's true. You know what? Actually, yeah. If I could renege, because I think it's gonna be Warriors in 6.
I could even see it in 5. I think they could even go do it in 5.
They may be able to, but as odd as it seems, seeing as that they have home court, I don't think they could win a game 7. I think it's Warriors in 6 or it's Celtics in 7.
Wait, the Celtics have home court?
No, the Warriors do, but
then why do you not see that? Them being able to win the...
It is... I've seen a few like do or die scenarios in the playoffs of the Warriors the past couple of years, 2016, 2019, and when the screws get tightened, and especially with a team like Boston who can behave like Memphis did with all their athletic guards, live ball turnovers, left and right, it can get real sloppy real quick.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. The Warriors are a team where they're going to win the game in a 7-minute stretch in the second quarter or the third quarter. Like that's it. And then another 5-minute stretch in the fourth quarter, but it's not that consistent dominance. And if they fall into their old habits and if the pressure of a game 7, causes them to do things like throw the ball around the gym, miss rotations, start jacking up
Right.
shots,
Mm-hmm.
I think the steadiness of the
Yeah.
Boston defense.
If the shots aren't falling, and because I think Boston's going to live or die. I mean, Boston. I think Golden State, and this is I'm stating the obvious, is going to
Yeah.
live or die on the outside shooting. But especially in this series, because who are there? I mean, Wiggins, but they're interior threats. They're
Yeah.
interior threats.
Yeah.
Whereas, Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they can both slash to the hoop.
They can. I mean, neither of them can really dribble though, which is exciting. I think there's going to be an opportunity. If GP2's back, there's going to be a few pokeouts, and I'm looking forward to that. A few Andre, patented swipe downs.
Yep, yep.
But
Kyle Harlow saying Celtics had a lot of chances to put Miami away last series and almost lost. Yeah,
Yeah.
Miami. Oh, and like Draymond had the well publicized quote where he was like, "We're facing Boston," and he was right, but it didn't come to fruition until a game later. And Jimmy Butler was like, "Not tonight, my friends."
which that is like the most 5D chess. I maintain that was Draymond being like, let's get this to 7 games.
That's funny. That is some funny gamesmanship. Good stuff. You know what? Do you want to spend 7 minutes looking at T-shirts? Do you want to go up to
I
1 o'clock? Yeah, let's do this.
Sure.
All right. So one of our favorite rejected segments that turned into or was it a rejected segment, or was it just like
It was an
a weird,
accidental segment.
an
that we
accidental
found.
segment?
Yeah.
Yes. Simon says it's going to be interesting because Boston is a much better team than Dallas, and Brown and Tatum are some real dudes. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. And it's just
Looking forward to it. Listen,
last point.
Yeah.
If we saw in the last couple of series that when the Golden State offense, the motion offense is working, there's going to be a lot of room on the inside for dunks and things like that. It's an offense that is, I think, unique in the league. However, if Robert Williams is just there underneath the rim, I am just like, I don't want that. Oh
Yeah.
God, he's like a Balrog. It sucks.
Yeah, totally. You will not pass. Grass Puddle says, "Go to 6 p.m. Who'll stop you?" All right, we're gonna look at some. We're gonna look at some T-shirts. Travis, there's a link. See if that link works for a site called. Oh, there we go. All right, let's make this big, folks. Father's Day is just around the corner. This T-shirt says, "Sorry, ladies, I'm married to a freaking awesome wife. She's a bit crazy and scares me sometimes, but I love her and she is my life. I'm the lucky one because I get to be her husband. And yes, he bought me this shirt." So it it doesn't say it says he's talking about his wife, and then okay, and then are you misgendering your wife there on that shirt? I don't know. All right, Travis, if you want to scroll to the bottom, there's more of these dumb, just wonderfully dumb shirts. Scroll all the way down, and you got a bunch of different ones. Yeah, here we go. All right. "Sorry, my heart beats for my freaking awesome boyfriend. He's a bit crazy. He has anger issues. Jeepers, like, that's not a good thing. You're really taking anger issues a little loose. You're playing fast and loose with anger issues." That's funny. That's funny, Simon. If we have a bet, loser has to wear one of these shirts for the week. Yeah, but then they'd have to buy it as well. Okay, he has anger issues, but he's a Can you make it even a little bigger? He has a. I can't read that. He's a perfect mister. Okay. He's a bit crazy. He hates sand. He killed some Tuscan Raiders, but he's my boyfriend. Very nice, Kyle Harlow. My boyfriend, Anakin. But he's a perfect mixture of sweetheart and warrior. I love him so much, and he is my life. Flirt with me, and they may never find your body. Yes, he bought me this t-shirt. Yeah, you better not misgender that warrior. That warrior who kills Tusken Raiders and can force choke you in the bedroom. Oh, look out, baby. I only like dolphins and Lizzie McGuire. Travis. Producer Travis.
I hear you.
That's kind of a banger of a t-shirt.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
kind of a
good.
banger of a t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
I
That'd be a
only
good
like
mug
dolphins
too.
and Lizzie McGuire.
That'd be good
What's
with that
that?
on the mug. That'd be a good mug too.
Yes, it would be. It's so random and so Raven. Let's read this daughter one. I am a lucky daughter because I'm raised by a freaking awesome dad. He's a bit crazy and scares me sometimes. Like, I don't like that. That's toxic. Thinks more than he speaks. Okay. Announces more than you
And notices.
and notices more than you realize. He loves me so much, and if you mess with me, he'll punch you in the face very hard. All right. We love our violent men. I majored. I mean, yes. Like I'm gonna stand up for my family members. But like just we're leading. We're violence forward people. We are leading with the violence. There's something just like gross and off-putting about that. I'm not like most teens in my 40s. Hey, rosé all day. Majored in economics. I can't read what's underneath that. What does it
To
say,
save some
Travis?
time, let's just assume that I'm always right.
Got it.
The underpinning of that, and that is a lot.
There you go. What else? We got any other ones here, Travis?
Excuse me. Let's see. We got one more here. Yeah, boy.
Oh,
This is good.
let's
Two,
go
both
ahead
of
and
these
read
are
it.
great. We'll close these
Okay.
out. So the first one here is, I'm not a player. I'm a gamer. Players get chicks. I get bullied at school.
That's fun.
And the one on the right here is, I'm tempted by the ghost of an Ottoman emperor through targeted ads. It offers me this oddly specific t-shirt.
Not bad. At least it's calling it out.
Yeah.
All right. Travis, I want to thank you. Folks, don't forget, subscribe to twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. We're back tomorrow for our last show on Backchannel. Oh, God bless us, everyone. I appreciate everyone for being here. All the fun we had. Oh, don't forget our rejected segment. This is rejected segment is Hal tries to change the light bulb in the ceiling fan by standing on the glass table. All right. Okay. I feel pretty secure. And let me just unscrew that. Oh, wait, with the table? My leg. Oh, call the doctor. All right. It would have been, like 5 to 10 minutes of that. Folks, I appreciate you. Peace and love. I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you at 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 1 p.m. in Omaha, Nebraska, and the great state of Texas, 2 p.m. in New Jersey. Until then, bye-bye now. Bye-bye.